Hi and welcome. Thank you for joining me tonight. We're going to get out of responsibility tonight, and we're going to do it two ways. That's right, because we're women and we can do more than one thing at a time. So we're going to address responsibility first in our meditation by releasing it from the body. And then the second part of our meditation, we're going to distinguish the difference between responsibility energy and a task. So what I've done is I've come up with a couple of topics where we can look at the tasks that we have to do and clear out the responsibility energy of them. And the reason I want to do this is because, you can do a task in any kind of energy. You do not have to be in responsibility energy. You could do a task and be in the energy of accomplishment. But when we get in the energy of responsibility, the way that I see responsibility affecting us is it kind of closes us down and it doesn't allow you to run all of your creative energy. So we're going to be, like I said, cleaning it out of our body and then out of these other task spaces. All right. And we're also going to take our time to release the energy out of the body tonight. So go ahead and get comfortable. Sit in your chair with your feet flat on the ground, hips distance apart. Close your eyes and start to bring all of your awareness behind your eyes to a point right in the center of your head. And have your attention also on the base of your spine, where you have a spinning energy center called your first chakra. You're going to draw a line of energy from that first chakra all the way down to the very center of the planet, and then anchor it in so that it's firmly connected. And tonight, what I'd like you to do is try something a little different with your grounding cord. Maybe create it with a different shape or a different color. You could add a pattern to it. You could add a rainbow to it. You could make your grounding cord out of animals. You could do whatever you want with your grounding cord. So mix it up tonight and try something fresh and new. Once that grounding cord is connected to the center of the planet, you have gravity working with you, and you can start releasing any energies that don't feel comfortable to you. You can start letting them slide right down that grounding cord that you have on you at the base of your spine. Let's go ahead and release some of the energies of the day today. How about, let's start with stress. That's always a good one to start out with. So wherever you feel stress in your body, you're going to release that and let the grounding cord take it down to the center of the planet. And I forgot to have you do something before we start releasing, and that is to pull the edge of your aura in close and tight to your body so that it's only about 2 feet away from your body. And you want to tuck it in underneath your feet into your grounding cord. Let's go ahead and do that now. Okay, how about next releasing any fatigue from the day? Let all that fatigue drain right out of your body, right down that grounding cord. And then how about all the energy of the day that wound up in your head? You can actually put a second grounding cord inside of your head, underneath the center of your head if you want, and ground it right into your main grounding cord. Let's go ahead and release any energy that got put in your head today. That could be from conversations on the phone, emails, texts, social media, bosses talking to you, coworkers, family. And then if anybody dumped any judgment in your space this week, let's go ahead and clean it out. Say hello to any judgment that you find lingering in your energetic body and send it down the grounding cord. All right, now we've got our grounding cord working. We're going to put our female grounding on now. So go ahead and create a large tube and put that tube right underneath your uterus and let that tube drop into your main grounding cord. And then we're going to tuck the girls into the grounding cord. So you want to draw a line of energy from your left ovary into your uterine grounding cord and a line of energy from your right ovary into your uterine grounding cord. And then go ahead and draw a line of energy from your right sciatic nerve into that uterine grounding and draw a line of energy from your left sciatic nerve into the uterine grounding. And that grounds both of your sciatic nerves. Next, we have our female creative energy grounding cord. So you're going to put a tube out in front of your abdomen and start to ground your female creative energy that gets generated out there in front of your second chakra. And you know, the reason we ground our female creative energy is to keep, well, one of the main reasons I find is to keep other people's problems out of the female energy. If you're not grounding your female creative energy, people will come along and put all kinds of problems in your space for you to solve. So let's go ahead and use our female grounding right now to release problems. And then also let go of all the things that everybody wants you to do, all those expectations, sometimes even demands. Let go of that energy. Okay, we're going to go ahead and start to release some of the responsibility energy out of the body now. So you can just relax, and I'm going to call out certain body parts, and we'll start from the top and work our way down. So we'll start with the head, and if you will just allow any responsibility energy in your head to start to travel south to your grounding cord, and let gravity pull it right out of your head into the center of the planet. If you have any tension in your forehead from responsibility, let that go. And do you carry any responsibility energy in your eyes? Go ahead and say hello to them and ground them. And check to see if you carry any responsibility energy in your jaws. It's possible you might grind your teeth at night because of the responsibility energy in your jaws. So take the time to release all of it. And then go ahead and say hello to your neck. And let's start at the back of the neck and release responsibility from the back of the neck. And also release responsibility from under the ears. And release responsibility from your shoulders. And then say hello to where you hold responsibility in your chest. You could say hello to your heart chakra and release energy from that. And go ahead and release responsibility from your arm channels. Let's open up those creative channels. And then at the end of your arms, say hello to your hands. And if there's any responsibility in your hands or fingers, release that as well. Then the last body part that we'll release responsibility from is the stomach. Let's go ahead and fill up all those spaces that you created in your body with some gold energy. Create a gold sun above your head and start to collect your energy up from the week. Any energy that you left outside of your space, call it back into that gold sun. When the sun is full of your energy, bring it in through the top of your head and let every cell of your body fill up with that gold. We're going to clean out a couple of spaces now for separating responsibility energy out of our tasks. So we're going to do this using the symbol of a rose. If you prefer a bubble, you could use that too. Go ahead and create the symbol of a rose out on your screen in front of you with your eyes closed. And let this rose represent home tasks, things that you have to do around the home. Take a look at that rose, put a grounding cord on it, ground it to the center of the planet, and start looking for any responsibility energy in that rose that you can start to release. First thing I notice as I watch you all release responsibility from your home tasks is that your mood is picking up. It's lightening up your mood. You know, there's another way you can work this too if you want. You could be creating a rose to the right of the rose that you're looking at and moving the responsibility energy off to the second rose on the right and blowing that up. So that's another option for you. And when you've grounded all the responsibility out of your home tasks, you can fill that in with a great big gold sun. And when you're done filling in that symbol, whether it's a bubble or a rose, you're going to blow it up. So you can put a stick of dynamite underneath it, but we want to disperse all that energy. Okay, good job. Now we're going on to the second rose. And as you create this rose, have the postulate that you're creating it for family tasks. All things family. put a great big grounding cord on that rose, ground it to the center of the planet, and start looking for the responsibility energy in it and sending that down the grounding cord. You might notice as you work on this with the family that responsibility can become a control game, particularly when I look at that family space. So you might also say hello to any control energy and release that as well. And you might notice some of your relatives or family members are getting angry with you as you ground the responsibility out of your family tasks. It's not your problem. They're probably getting angry because you're changing up your healing agreements. Just say hello to them and send them down the grounding cord. Okay, go ahead and create a gold sun to start to fill in your family tasks space. Collect up a lot of gold into that sun. And when it's full, bring it right into the rose for your family tasks and fill it in. And then find another bomb and blow that rose up. And let's go ahead and bring a gold sun into your own space before we start our next task. Create a gold sun above your head and fill yourself in with it. All right. The next rose you're going to create out on your screen, create it with the postulate that you are putting your financial tasks into that rose and ground that rose to the center of the planet. It's a good time to do it with taxes coming up. We can take the responsibility energy out of that task. So go ahead and start to look at the responsibility energy in your rose and start to ground it. More so than the other spaces, I see a lot of people coming out of your financial tasks rows. So there are a lot of other people with their energy in your money space you might say hello to. Make sure you ground them out. Just keep saying hello to the grounding cord on this rose. There's some heavy energy coming out. it just occurred to me to have you start thinking about what kind of energy you would rather be in when working on financial tasks. So if you don't want to be in responsibility, think of another vibration that might make it enticing to actually work on your finances. And you can go ahead and start to create a gold sun with that vibration in it. And as I was saying earlier, you could put something like accomplishment into this sun so that the energy of accomplishment goes into your financial tasks rows. Go ahead and fill that rose in with a gold sun and whatever vibration you want to use. And then once it's filled up, go ahead and blow that rose up. Create a gold sun above your own head. Let's fill in with one more gold sun. I have one more task rose for you to work on. I think you'll like this. It's your work task rose. Go ahead and postulate that your work tasks are going into this rose. Give it a good grounding chord and start to say hello to the responsibility energy that you are in when you're doing your work tasks. There's a lot of energy coming out of like bosses and coworkers trying to tell you how to do your job. Maybe you could find some amusement about that and let that energy ground out. And then go ahead and start to think of what you would like to replace that vibration with rather than be in responsibility when you're at work. What kind of energy would you like to be in? Something that supports you and promotes maybe clarity, focus. Go ahead and create a great big gold sun with what you want to bring into your work task rows. And when it's all filled up, you can go ahead and put a bomb under it and blow it up. Now go ahead and create a gold sun above your own head. Collect up all the rest of your energy that you want to bring back into your body tonight. Fill that gold sun up. And let every cell of your body drink up that gold as you bring that sun in through the top of your head. You can let the excess run down your grounding cord to the center of the planet so that you are gold from head to toe. And when you're all filled up, you can open up your eyes and come on out of trance. Yay, you did it. You did a good job. All right. That was a good meditation to get out of responsibility. And I think maybe tomorrow you'll find that it might be easier to do things because you're not in that energy of responsibility, but back in the flow of the energy that you really want to be in. Okay, the next thing we have coming up is a seek and you will find, and that is next. Nope, I was wrong. I misread my calendar. Okay, the next thing we have is Pay It Forward, which is a soul support healing. And it really has to do with generosity. I'm calling it Pay It Forward. It's about generosity. And that will be next Thursday night at 7 p.m. And I do want to talk to you briefly about my women's intuition class this month. It's on creating an ease. So it's going to be a fun night of cleaning out our creative space and then doing mock-ups. And I have something fun planned for that so that you can learn how to do creative mock-ups. And for those of you that ever took Creative Genius, we're going to be doing spontaneous creating, which is really fun. All right, so that's what's coming up. And there is another Seek and You Will Find before the Creating an Ease class. That's on Tuesday the 14th, but I'll tell you about that after the Pay It Forward healing. All right, got my eyes on you. Have a wonderful evening. Thank you for joining me, and I will see you for the next one. All right, bye-bye.